as a pastor, because you're a pastor as well, you've watched the children come in on Sundays for 45 minutes or an hour, and you see the opportunities that they have, the purpose that they have, the God-given purpose that they have, and you didn't see that there was enough time in those 45 minutes on a Sunday, and then you hand them back over to the schools.
Absolutely.
And so that was kind of what catapulted you into doing that. And so how long has Rhema Word Academy been in?
We just had our 5th anniversary in October.
Wonderful.
Yes, and we now have 2 locations working, and we're starting another one for the new school year.
Wonderful. Yes. Well, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
What are some of the biggest drawbacks, the areas in establishing a Christian private school? What are some of the areas that you have to work through in order to maintain it, in order to get the support that you need?
I think the initial drawback is always money.
Yeah.
How do I get it going? However, once you get going, the other drawback I find is the collaboration with parents. Parents are so busy, and I get it. You know, trying to keep food on the table is not easy. So getting parents to come out and to really even help with homework, it's been a challenge. So that's where I find that challenge. However, there are a number of scholarship programs available that will help parents to get their kids into private schools, as well as help the private schools keep running.
Right.
So, you know, their money's out there. It's through Step Up for Students and McKay Scholarship, and there's also a AAA scholarship.
Right, and so let's touch on that, because if there's that single mother that's got 2 kids, and she says, hey, you know what, that's right, I want to send my kids to a private school because I want them to hear about the goodness of Christ. And as you said, testimonies from all of the children, and that consistent message. Because I even know for me, even though I dropped out of high school, my father is a pastor. And so I was surrounded. As a pastor's child, I was in church 5 days a week. And I hated it at the time. But ultimately, that's what was that foundation. So they're saying, you know what, I want that foundation. But I don't have the money. What scholarships or funding would you say they should look into for the viewers that are watching?
If it's a money issue, finance, you don't make enough money, Step Up for Students is the best one to go.
Step Up for Students, right?
They will give approximately $6,000 annually to a student whose parent qualifies from that perspective.
Wow.
If there is a learning disability that you've found in your child from a public school perspective, and the way you know is if there is an IEP, and an IEP is an individual education plan. And if they have one in the public school system, that immediately translates into a McKay scholarship.
Wow.
McKay has a range of how much they pay, anywhere from about $5,000 to $15,000, depending on what the problem is that they've identified in public school. So that is another way to go. Also, AAA is available from the same perspective as Step Up is. And it's just a matter of getting on the website and filling out the application, and they'll let you know within about 3-4 weeks, you'll know.
That's
if
great.
You qualify.
That's great content. So you say in a couple weeks they'll let them know. And so when's a good time for them to start that process so that their children, can they go into school at any time of year? When would be a good time for them, seasonally speaking, to...
Well, from a administrator perspective, I don't think children should be pulled out of one school at any time of the school year.
Right.
At the beginning of the school year is the best time to start, of course, and then the second best would be about January, because there's that great break with Christmas.
Right.
They get about 2.5 weeks.
Right.
So then there's that transition that can take place naturally.
Right.
However, otherwise, just keep the kids in the school that they're in, try to work out whatever the problem is as best you can, and then the beginning of the school year is always best.
Good.
With Step Up, anytime, the best time to apply is once they open their scholarship, their application process, which is usually about the end of the year, the natural year. So it would be about December that outsiders can participate. But if you're already in the program, you have to reapply about November.
Wow. Okay. No, that's wonderful. Now, why should, scholastically speaking, why should parents consider? We just had Dr. Osgood on another show.
Very good friend of mine.
Good information about Broward School. So what are some of the scholastic achievements that private schools such as yourself, what are you guys focused on? What kind of rate of graduation, colleges that they're going to? What are you seeing from a statistical standpoint that would be a good reason for parents to?
I'll give the statistics for my school. And currently we are at 100% graduation rate. Every student that comes in graduates.
Wow.
And of the children that graduate, we've got 80% that have gone to college.
Wow.
And we, not only are we talking about the Word of God and faith, but we give them a whole lot of math,
right.
reading, and language arts. So we are strong on writing, because I find that too many people are unable to express themselves in the written word.
Right.
And so we have a lot of that we get done. And the class sizes are pretty small. We don't go beyond 15 in a class, just to make sure that everybody gets the attention they need.
Wow.
And in addition to that, we have tutors. We partner with the public school system for Title I. So when we recognize problems, we deal with it right away. And we definitely try as hard as possible to get the parents involved. If the kids don't do homework at home, we also have homework area that a tutor comes in and assists the kids with homework, because it's paramount. What they do in the classroom is not enough time to really digest the material, especially for a child who struggles.
Wow.
So that homework time is so necessary. In our aftercare, we have an hour dedicated to homework as well. And in the morning, we dedicate some time to homework, so that when they get to class, they're not like having a shock, like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? So, the kids are not behind. We really push them. In addition to all of that, we have dual enrollment, and this is where 10th or 11th graders and even seniors are in college while they're at school. Currently, we have about 3 students in that category, where they do two hours of classes with BC, and then they're back to our campus for the rest of the day.
Wow. So you're seeing, so 80% going to college. 100% graduation.
Absolutely.
And that, you said the class sizes are about 15 or
maximum,
so,
yeah.
so that they can get that special individualized
That's
attention that they need. I think that that is just such a valuable. I mean, and you mentioned just the shock of getting back into school. You just get out of school. You spend up doing homework all night if you can. Do it. You may not have a parent around.
That's right.
So that space that you can be around consistently, and I guess most importantly, with God and in the presence of God, knowing God, I think that is just an absolutely astounding thing.
Yes.
And so again, the name of your school is
Rhema Word Christian Academy.
Rhema Word Christian Academy.
Yes.
That's marvelous. And I'm thank you so much, Apostle Daly, for taking the time. And I think you give such great information.
Thank you.
For those that are there between the different scholarships. And I want to thank our viewers for watching Joy in Our Town. I am your host, Dr. Jason Jackson, with the Jackson Global Initiative. And tell a friend about Joy in Our Town. We hope to see you soon.